Hey everybody, happy Friday.
That's what they tell me.
It's been a long week today.
It sure has.
Yes, we tried to get a new camera. Didn't quite work out tonight, but next week we'll be back and better than ever.
We started.
We think.
Well, tonight we're just starting on Mountain Time.
All right, maybe Pacific or what's the other side? Central. No, and then Eastern.
Yeah.
Yes, we might switch to Eastern if things get too dicey, but for now we're working on Mountain Time.
But we do have this brand new Samsung S25. Look at these cameras. That's
allegedly the best camera ever.
Right. That's what we that's what y'all should be looking at tonight. But since I'm holding it in my hand, it's obviously not providing the image that we.
Next week, it's all going down next week. Anyway, let's move on to Market Minute. Well, we'll talk about the market for 1 minute, and then we'll talk about some other exciting things out and about around San Diego. You ready for Market Minute?
Yes, I'm enthused.
Okay. All right. Wait for it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, this week in San Diego real estate, we start on this slide, which is showing you that inventory plateaued over the last 7 days after rising steadily from the beginning of January. New listings were up, pending sales were up, but not by as much. And we have an uptick in closings due to this uptick in pendings at the beginning of the year. Very steady rise in pendings, sharp rise in new listings. So, you know, things are relatively stable with regard to inventory, supply and demand. Not as many price reductions, well, no, few more price reductions over the last 7 days, basically 7%-ish of the inventory. We'll have the new median price numbers for you next week. Interest rates have been stable, but not declining, so maybe even a little up, but you know, that's in general what's going on, and that's all I have to say about that.
All right. You finished that up with like 1 second to go, so that was just about right there.
Well, you know, I have a background in radio.
Well, that was a long time ago. When I met you, you used to work for a radio station, and I remember hearing you do a tire commercial on the air.
Yeah. Have you seen the new Goodyear TA radials? Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, it seems like some other stuff that I plan to do is kind of jacked up here. All my scenes. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
I heard Mark Wahlberg was at Flocka.
All right. Well, we're not going to talk about that yet. That's
No?
a surprise.
Oh.
You're spoiling our
jumping the
upcoming
gun.
stuff. Yes. Don't talk about that yet. So this weekend, I mean, most people are hyped for the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I had forgotten it was the Super Bowl this weekend until
too.
you reminded me yesterday. And we already had plans for Sunday. Our family, we always watch the Super Bowl. We don't really care about sports ball too much, but we like to hang out and eat some food and watch the commercials and stuff. And I was surprised and shocked to learn that we had Super Bowl coming up. Yeah.
Well, so Deva has a performance on Sunday evening.
I do, yes.
And for this performance, it's been a family. Well, we'll have
you talk. I didn't realize I should have probably have gotten I'm going to look for an image of the thing that you're working on. But,
it's been a bit of a family affair. There's
it was a thing I asked for my birthday and Christmas that I wanted for performance.
A piece of costume that Deva wanted. Deva wanted a lighted LED piece for her performance, and so John helped us code with using an Arduino controller, and Deva is really good at repurposing belts. And
I'm pretty good at making costumes.
Yeah, and then I am good with electronic stuff. So what you're seeing here is
we're farther along here, but this was the first test, and I don't know if I can put the sound on. I think the sound is on, but if the sound is here, I'm going to turn the desktop audio on. So this was the first test of the wiring for this thing.
Right. So it's
got a sound sensor, it responds to sound and does cool stuff. You can program it to do whatever you want.
And here, it's still on the breadboard here. So I tested this whole thing out on a breadboard, and then physically had to wire all 10 of these LED strands. And there's 3 wires. So there's 30 solders that had to be done for that.
Well, at first I asked for 8 because I wanted to be conservative. I didn't know how much power it would all draw. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, dang, it would be better if there was 10.
So now there's 10.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm good with wiring and soldering, and I had to learn a little bit about how addressable LEDs work. But this belt that you've got, should react to the music that you're dancing to on Sunday, and we should have a video for it next week. So
yeah, we'll be at Dr. Bouchard instead of watching the Super Bowl.
yes. So if you're not a football fan and want to come out to Dr. Bouchard in Escondido.
Fusion dancing. I mean, we've got some really good dancers too. I mean, I'm on stage, but I feel like, there's a lot of people who are way better dancers than me. They asked me to dance, so I said yes, but
Oh, see, there's that's the Arduino board. Arduino is just a tiny little microcontroller, just a itty bitty computer.
I don't want to get too much off into the weeds, but Arduino was recently acquired by Qualcomm, which is a San Diego company.
Oh, yeah.
This was like 2 months ago. And Qualcomm just had its earnings report, and they posted good earnings, but the stock actually went down because I feel like they're being a little bit short-sighted about the future of Qualcomm, especially since after acquiring Arduino. And I've been loading up on Qualcomm stock for in your account too, which I manage for you. Not giving anyone any stock tips. Do your own due diligence, but maybe check out Qualcomm if that's what you like to do. All right, well, that was a huge divergence from what we were supposed to be talking about, which was weekend events.
Well, we're supposed to be talking about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Well, Qualcomm is a San Diego company. So anyway, Super Bowl this weekend. What else is going on if you don't want to look at the Super Bowl? Oh, that's not the Olympics. Remember how I told you my scenes got jacked up?
Your tabs?
Yes. The Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the gym today, the LA Fitness in Poway, and they had the Olympic ceremonies going on the screen.
Oh, right.
So we're starting off with that. How do you watch the Olympics now?
Peacock.
Peacock, okay.
Or over the air if you have NBC. We can't get NBC over the air because the antenna points right at Van Dam Peak, which blocks the signal from, I believe the transmitter is, well, we have no line of sight to the transmitter, unfortunately. So we have to use Peacock.
I'm not going to play any of this because we'll for sure get a copyright strike if we try and play Olympic stuff. But anyway, that's happening. That's exciting.
There's guys coming as we speak.
Yeah, it gives the whole family something to look forward to. There's always content for the Olympics. I like, in the winter sports, I like the figure skating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Figure skating is good.
Skiing.
I love ski jumping.
Ski jumping. Yeah, that's good.
It's like the difference between first place and second place is like,
Hundredth of a second.
Yeah, one person is like this and the other person's like that, and they land like, it's ski jumping. I like the big 100-meter jump.
Well, let's talk about some other stuff you could do this weekend if you're not into the Super Bowl or fusion dancing or the Olympics.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of tours around.
If you're not into one of those things, what the heck is wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you like some other different stuff.
Okay, well, tell us what it is.
So there's all kinds of stuff you could do around San Diego. And I pulled up this page that has different tours around San Diego.
Ooh,
this first thing looked interesting. Now, it costs $85 to do this. So for $85 a person, you go to Little Italy. Someone walks you around, talks about history, and you stop at 4 donut shops, and you get a donut or a coffee at each one. Now, this seems like a pretty good racket. What's included? You meet up here, you walk around and talk. I don't know how full this is, but this is we could do this.
Was it tomorrow?
It's ongoing. It's tomorrow, but they do it all the time.
Oh, okay.
So they just walk you around and you stop at some donut shops, and damn, these donuts look good here.
They do make those look good.
Yeah. They've got like some Grammy bears and I don't know. These look like some good donuts. I'm almost ready to pay $85 to do this right now. But
okay.
Maybe in the morning I won't be quite as hot on it. We could just do our own donut tour.
Right. We could go over here to Sesame Donuts, which at one point Yelp rated the best donut store in America or something.
It's right down the hill from us.
Which caused a great deal of controversy. It had some, well, anyway.
We'll get into that next week when we get the new camera set up.
Yes.
If you could stop tapping on the desk, that would be good, because when you do it, it shakes the camera.
I know. Well, see, eventually we're going to mount the camera from the ceiling and there won't be any shaking.
Yes.
But...
Okay, this is kind of a non sequitur here. I meant to talk about this earlier, but this is another real estate thing.
Non sequiturs are what we do best.
Dr. Seuss's house in La Jolla is
this.
on the market.
I saw this.
It's going for a lot. They're asking $9,950,000. It only has 4 bedrooms. It seems like there should be more bedrooms.
4 baths, 5,000. There's no way they're getting $10 million for that. No way.
All right, well, we'll see. So it's not like a usual sort of a sale. They're asking for bids, and they want the bids by April 15th.
Get them in. Get your bids.
Yeah, let's...
I will not bid a penny more than $7.2 million.
Is this a slideshow? Or it would seem like for this much money, they could have like a nice... Oh, I'm stuck. What happened here? I'm looking for just like a nice video.
Dr. Seuss should fire their agent and
view
hire
all
us.
photos. Where is the drone video? All right, I guess we just have...
Are you kidding? No drone video?
No. I can't even find
Who's listing this?
I don't know.
All right.
Why can't I find the button to advance the photos?
Because whoever they hired to list this property is not...
This is too much work.
Yes.
I just want to watch a video.
I was going to pay $9.9 million, but after being frustrated by
View all photos. Ah,
Oh,
there we go. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Okay.
All right,
Wow,
there's the
that's
Scripps
beautiful.
Pier there.
What
I
a
assume
beauty.
that's Scripps. Maybe that's not. Yeah, that's Scripps. Maybe that's Scripps Pier.
Well, there's the bluffs, the Torrey Pines.
And the mushroom house would be back here.
Yeah, Scripps Pier.
Yeah, the glider port. Okay, all right.
It's a beautiful view.
Looks nice. Nice pool.
Wow.
There should be a video though. This is for this much money. You kind of want them
not
to
staged.
spoon feed it to you. Why are there these? I don't want to be critical, but this is like number 8 photo. Why is the bed? What is up with this little red pillow here?
This is poorly staged. I mean, we don't generally sell $10 million properties, but if I had a $10 million listing, I would be staging the living,
We would have gotten a nice video too.
Yes. We're seeing the same.
There are only 13 photos.
Ooh.
Dang.
Wow.
That looks the same too. Some of these photos are this.
Yikes.
Okay, I'm going to move on because I don't want to say anything that's not nice. And I feel like I might say something not nice.
Well, I would like to pull it up. Well, I'll pull it up later in the MLS and figure out who's listing it. And yikes.
Let's move on because next weekend is Valentine's Day.
Oh my
We've got
God.
a couple of studies coming out here. And they have some things San Diego related here. Now, these folks at Smart Asset, I feel like that's kind of... Smart Asset. They're kind of like rebranding of Wallet Hub, which is our old friends who do a lot of studies and often have San Diego in the results. They have done a study on where are the most people single or married. So let's look at in the whole United States, what city has the most married people? Well, oh no, okay, hang on, let me rejigger this. Here we go. Chula Vista, California, number 4, most married people. 50%, 50.2% of people.
Why does it say rank 107?
Because that's of single people. Don't look at that. I had to reverse shuffle it.
I see. So that's 4.
Yes, it was shuffled by single, but now we're shuffling by married.
Gotcha.
So the most married people, number 4 in the whole country, are in Chula Vista.
And number 1 is Fremont? Mm-hmm. Okay.
We've got Florida and Colorado. Anyway, a lot of married folks.
I just met somebody at that thing in Arizona from Port St. Lucie.
Really? I had never even heard about that until today.
I met
Were they married?
I don't know.
Probably. Looks like odds are they were.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I think probably.
All right, more Valentine's Day stuff. Open Table has done a study of the top 100 romantic restaurants in the United States. We've got a couple here in San Diego. Scottsdale, we were just there. San Francisco. Oh, Mr. A's. Now, we never have been there.
Uh-uh.
And we're not so much into fancy restaurants, but we keep hearing about Mr. A's. We probably should go there. Next time we get a big paycheck, we should probably do like, a Thursday night at Mr. A's.
Sure.
Anyway, they're right up there. Marine Room.
Yes,
we have been there.
It was
good. It wasn't.
It was very expensive.
I would rather you just gave me the money. I'd like just throw money at me. Like, we'll just go in the bedroom and you just throw cash at me. And that would be more romantic than
I know. It's like $75 for 4 scallops.
Well, yeah, that's like, 3 minutes. Just throw 5s at me.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Sometimes I do that. She likes it. Throw money.
Who doesn't like money? Okay, there was another one. Geez, I might have scrolled too far. There was one more in San Diego. Tampa. Oh, dang. Where did it go? Oh, it might have been on the top here. Oh, here we go. Yes, I missed it. No, yeah. Oh, yeah, here, Carlsbad. How do you pronounce that? It looks French.
Jean et Julie. Jean et
Contemporary
Julie.
French. $50 and over.
Wow.
All right.
It looks very contemporary.
Has a Michelin star.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, if you're looking to go out for Valentine's Day, we got some top-rated restaurants right here in San Diego. I am not looking to go out for Valentine's Day because I don't really want to wait around and pay a bunch of money.
Well, when early in our relationship, we used to...
This is like 30 years ago.
Excuse me. We used to try to go out for Valentine's Day. And after maybe 2 or 3 Valentine's Day days, we learned... Don't try to go to a restaurant on Valentine's Day.
Just stay home and cook.
Yeah, you're going to get screwed.
Throw money at each other.
Yeah. I mean, they usually have these prix-fixe menus and long waits and crowded, and it ceases to be romantic after a certain amount of hassle.
You start bickering amongst yourself and
Yes.
wondering when you're supposed to, say something to the wait staff about how long you've been
and
waiting.
You start blaming each other for who picked the restaurant.
Yes. I told you we shouldn't go here.
Yes. I told you I wanted to stay home. I'm just trying to do something nice for you. Yeah.
Anyway, in other restaurant news.
Oh, here we go. Mark Wahlberg.
So Mark Wahlberg came to visit his restaurant in Rancho Bernardo, Forest Ranch. Cantina.
Yeah.
So he bought what was the old Miguel's and turned it into another one of his Mexican restaurants.
He's got his arms.
He
He's
came
got his
to visit.
guns out too.
Yeah. He came to visit.
I bet you he's on testosterone replacement therapy.
I don't know. I don't want to speculate about his medical status, but
Well, I mean, he's my age, and it's hard to. Well, anyway, never mind.
anyway, he came to talk about how great his restaurant is.
He looks good for his age.
Yeah.
He works out a lot.
How old is he?
I think he's my age.
Okay. Well, good for him.
55, 40, something. I'll find out while you talk.
Okay. Well, there's been some controversy about this restaurant because,
Has there?
it was in the old Miguel's location, which had its own history if you want to look back on it. But also, we've got this white guy from Boston coming into San Diego and showing us what Mexican food is all about.
He's 54. He's a year younger than me.
Okay. Well, he's older than me. Anyway, he's got his tequila brand and stuff. Let's look at some restaurant reviews on, So it looks like we have 4 stars on Google. What are some current?
Well, they've got to be current. It just opened.
Ambiance great, free margarita, ceviche. Rice and beans, 0 out of 10. Oh no, verde enchiladas, 4 out of 10. Won't be going back. All right.
This is the test. If you go to a Mexican restaurant, you taste the rice and beans.
Yeah, rice and beans.
If the rice and beans aren't good, you should just walk out.
Okay. Anyway.
$30 to $50 a head.
I don't think we're going to go there.
Okay.
We'll just go to jalapenos.
Yeah.
It's rising in price, but it's not $50 a head.
I have a good feeling in general about Mark Wahlberg, but I'm not going to pay $30 to $50 a head.
I could say some stuff about Mark Wahlberg and his history that might change your mind, but I'm not going to do it here.
Tell me
He
later.
has a history of doing mean things to people.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
That's too bad. I don't like that.
No, we don't like it when people are mean. But again, I could be wrong. I don't want to I don't want to color
Well,
you.
you tell me what you got later.
Let's talk about Todd Gloria.
Okay.
Speaking of non sequiturs. Oh, the parking in Balboa Park.
Yes,
Yeah, there's a new development.
I saw that today.
So we're walking back a little bit. Parking for residents is now, this is getting more confusing forever than ever.
It's free, sort of.
For some people in some parking lots. So I'm just going to skip this. I'm going to go right to the city parking information for Balboa Park, which they have rejiggered. Used to be you had to pay using the things. We never went there and did it, but now
next week, people who are watching, you need to get a shot glass, and every time she says rejigger.
I don't usually say that, but
You've said it twice tonight.
Well, people would take 2 shots. That's not really going to hurt anybody.
Well, depends on who you are, but okay, continue.
Anyway, this is the official parking information now. So it used to be everybody had to pay to park in all the lots. Well, now, guess what? Because Todd Gloria is, listening to the people and changing things, according to everybody's needs. For $5, if you're a city resident, you can get now a permit, one-time fee, pay $5 to get verified that you're a city resident. And then you can park in some lots for free.
Okay, so let me get this straight. First, I have to verify I'm a city resident and pay $5. Then I can park in some of the lots for free.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay.
And then there's some meters. Oh, gosh, I don't even know.
Now, here's my question. And I need to look into this. So the city council voted this in, and now the mayor is saying, I'm changing it. Doesn't the city council have...
Oh, Han is here. How do they define resident? I think you have to live within the city limits of San Diego.
Yes.
Like if you live in the county, like in Poway or Carlsbad or something, that doesn't count. It has to be within the city of San Diego. Yeah,
I believe that's,
I believe that's correct.
But still, the city council, doesn't the city council, I mean, if the mayor can just change it, why?
Well, we've got this strong mayor thing going on now. I'm not sure if that's the reason or not.
All right. Well, okay.
Anyway,
continue.
It's become more complicated and the plot thickens, but if you live within the limits of the city of San Diego, you may only have to pay $5 to park in some spots in San Diego.
My prediction is we have not heard the end of this. There's bound to be more.
Yes, well, it's an
In the
ongoing
meantime,
saga.
they have paid to make this new map.
All right, well,
and
let's
they
talk
paid
about
for a bunch of parking meters, I would assume.
those had to be expensive. The parking consoles, or I don't know what you call them, but they looked.
Kiosks,
Yes, the kiosks. They looked expensive.
I'll bet they were.
Let's talk about more street stuff.
I'd be willing to bet that those parking kiosk salespeople took some city council folks out to lunch a couple of times.
Probably so.
And by out to lunch, I mean,
Okay, we're not going to talk about that
Right.
tonight. We're going to talk about how part of a San Diego street has been renamed Midway Place to honor the USS Midway Museum.
Well, who can argue with that?
Yeah, well, we all love the Midway.
Of course.
Let's just jump right to where it is. And it's already on Google Maps right here. Right here, this little stretch of street. Here's the Midway here.
Yeah.
And then right here, Midway Place. It's already
Okay. Well,
I don't recall what it was called before, but
F Street, wasn't it?
I think we just had to buy a new street sign. We didn't have to install all kinds of weird kiosks and stuff. So.
Well, it also depends, though, if there are any. I doubt there are any addresses that had to change, because
That's true. There could be some administrative costs to that.
Yes, because a few years ago here in Carmel Mountain Ranch, there was a group of citizens that wanted to rename Ted Williams Parkway to Tony Gwynn Parkway, and the city didn't want to do it because they were going to have to do all kinds of changing of addresses and so forth.
Let's see what's happening here. Oh, I think your parents stayed here one time for their anniversary or something. We went and visited them.
Yes.
This is a busy street. All right.
Midway
Do you have
Place.
anything else to say about Midway Place?
No, I mean,
I love the waterfront, even though I feel like they keep mucking it up and doing different weird stuff to it. It's still great.
Yes.
Still great. Still love it.
Awesome.
Let's go to Coronado Island. San Diego's historic. So there's this guy who's been making sand castles on Coronado Island for 30 years.
Wow.
And recently they told him he can't do it anymore.
What?
Because some people complained.
Ugh.
Sounds like he was putting some messages on them that people didn't agree with, and some guests complained. He's got this guy, Sandcastle Man, Bill Pavlaka.
Well, what kind of messages?
Okay, well, let's go to his website.
Okay.
So this is the kind of, so he's obviously, I mean, he's an artist. He's a sand artist. He works in sand, and I, have a ultimate respect for artists and, whatever medium. This guy works in sand. Let's check out what we've got here. I mean, he hangs out on Coronado and makes this kind of stuff.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. So
wow.
The Hotel Del owns the beach in front of the hotel, which is unique because most of the beaches are publicly owned. But the hotel actually owns this strip of land. So they can legally tell this guy to go away and not come back, which is what they've done. Because people complained, didn't like his messages. Dang, how do you do that with sand? That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
So again, what messages are we objecting to?
Well, it sounds like he had written some quotes in some sand that people had paid him to write.
Oh.
I don't recall exactly what they were, but it seems like
either political or
they were a little bit political.
Okay. Well, that's
yeah.
Anytime you get political, you got to open yourself up to
especially a business like the Hotel Del. But
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
people complaining though. That I was reading this thing about there's a class action lawsuit against the Costco rotisserie chickens.
Yeah.
And not that I eat a lot of those, but it's like, just leave it alone, man. Stop. Stop with the complaining. You're going to sue the Costco chicken now? Costco has a chicken you can buy for $5.
Is that still how much it costs?
I think so.
I don't eat chicken, so I don't know. But...
Well, I haven't eaten any of that in a long time. Even if it's $7, it's a good deal for a whole chicken.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
All right, well, let's move on to, where are we going now? Vancouver.
Oh, love Vancouver.
We're going to have to wait a minute. So I like this. They have a museum of personal failures.
Oh, nice.
In Vancouver.
Well, your failures are just as important as your successes.
Well, that's kind of the point of it. So this is in the Kingsgate Mall. I don't think we went there. I'm not sure what that is, but there's somebody who posted here, we have a whole wall of various employment application rejections, firing notices. Someone hung up a wedding dress. I think we all know how that went.
Life is really just a series of failures.
Well, someone associated with the museum says, failure is a step forward. You don't go forward unless you failed. You have to be able to look back at your failures, figure out why they failed, and change the process and move on. That's the important part. You have to look at it and figure out why you failed and do better next time.
Yeah, but
looking at the failures. That's
but sure, but then you'll just fail at something else.
But you have to look at it and do better next time.
You try.
If I could post one thing on the wall of failures, it would be like a stock certificate of when I bought Metamaterials stock in 2021.
Yes.
But I learned a lot and I've done better. I definitely looked at it and realized what I could do better in the future. And I think you all saw my Qualcomm stock rant at the beginning. I mean, that's me looking at it and doing better. Maybe I'm doing better. Maybe that was wrong too. But
the setback is just the setup before the comeback.
Okay. Well, here, let's listen to what this guy is going to state. Hang on. I'm going to pause this because I want us all to hear what this guy has to say because I feel like it's super important.
All right. I'm getting hungry.
Well, this is the last thing.
Okay.
I'm going to turn on the desktop audio. I'm going to maximize this and let's see what's happening.
My name is Evan Collins, and we're here in Kingsgate Mall in the Museum of Personal Failure. It's a concept exploration, I've been calling it. It's people invited to express their experiences of failure in whatever way that they want to.
Love it. Some CDs going there. Old school.
This isn't even half bad for like a failed album. So this is I called it $33 bill failed album. These are some of the first like musical ideas that I really ever came up with. In the past 5 years, hopefully I've gotten a lot better, but that's not what the point of this exhibit is. This exhibit is about the point where I failed 5 years ago.
I think this guy is just one step away from,
I make knives
out.
that have been sold all over the world. They're
Blades?
very custom, intricate pieces, as you can tell from something like that. This is the first knife I finished in 2025, a year ago. And when I went to sharpen it, I found out that I couldn't sharpen it. Something was wrong with it. And I found out that through a mistake I made previously, I cooked the chemical properties out of my quenching oil and it didn't do its job. So yeah, the knife was finished and it's now just a static display.
It still looks cool.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's somebody might find this interesting and want this on
still
their mantle.
stab somebody
You
with
don't
that.
know.
Sure.
Right? It's you go into it blind and you hope for the best and hopefully it works out. And if not, they'll live at my house.
Well, that's nice.
This is just like my life story of events that I went through throughout my life. I was able to kind of get past this point, and a lot of good things have been happening to me. And I do think that getting my thing submitted into the Museum of Failure, I think that is like a success.
I like that top.
My display is of my dress, but it's in a moving box because you've gone beyond, the original injury. It's about feelings and the movement of life is good, So
You're tired of
a
looking at
failure,
this.
that's okay.
Well,
Learn
it's
and
almost
life
over.
is good. Go on.
All right. Let me see
I mean, okay,
I'm
yes,
gonna turn this off. I'm gonna put this back on.
I agree. I agree with the overall concept, although I find the execution of it to be somewhat of a failure.
Well, maybe next year. Next year they'll
the
do better.
Museum of Failure exhibit is a failure.
I thought it was a good start. I think they'll do better.
Yes,
next time.
I think they will. All right, I think we got
All right. Yeah.
Took me 40 years to learn how to to learn how to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, failures tell an interesting story. They do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sat down with me and discussed all of my failures, I think you'd probably be fascinated. I know I am.
All right. Well, we weren't even going to be here tonight because we had so many technical failures, but here we were. We got to wrap it up because we're kind of hungry and we need to wrap it up. And
yeah, usually we're wrapping it up an hour. I mean, we're an hour later tonight just because of all the technical issues. But, thanks for tuning in for sure.
Han, thank you again for showing up.
Yes.
Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend.
We should hear it. Well, maybe that'll be the next broadcast where I sit and outline all of my personal failings.
How much time do we have?
Yes. I mean, we could categorize the failures into, personal failures, business failures,
We've
et
got
cetera.
cooking, gardening,
Yeah.
landscaping. Anyway.
I've never actually burnt the house down, but, come close. Anyway, yes, that's
A couple times.
Thank you for encouraging me, and we'll consider how we might interject stories of our shortcomings into our upcoming episodes.
Well, hopefully next week we'll have stories of triumph from our Sunday show where Eric's Arduino LED build will be on display, worn by me doing a personal.
Well, we'll have a video of it.
choreographed,
If it doesn't go well, then we can talk about how it failed.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
All right.
Good times. All right, everybody. Happy weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Han, thank you. Lightest Coffee, Art, anyone else who is watching later, thank you. Have a great time.
Indeed. Yes. Have a good time.